to, carry out their lives biologically.
Right.
Kudos to you, man, because that's hard.
I might get some
Either
backlash
way.
on that, right?
No,
But
it is no either way. Even to say, because I'm, people do what they do. It is what it is. Everybody has their choice. Everybody's gonna make the choice that they believe is right for them.
Right.
Whether it's because they're listening to somebody else, whether it's because they did some research, whether because they're afraid, whatever. You have a right to your choice.
Right.
But a lot of us as parents, we don't give the right to choose to our children. Mm-hmm. We choose for them everything. Even the way they think and speak and not even realize it. Right. So kudos to you, man.
I appreciate
that's
man.
Dope. I think that's an awesome thing to have.
Yeah.
That would drive, I'm sure, you talk about frustration, I'm sure a lot of people have reached frustration with that because I've seen arguments, people crying and screaming, people getting kicked out of their homes, don't talk to each other no more based off a disagreement in regards to a vaccine.
I look at it like this, man. I'm fully vaccinated, so, That's my personal choice, right? So, but as far as my son, like any other choices, man, other choices, of course, I will be more 99.9% more stern on something like that. But this is it's a, I don't know, man. It's a these kind of choices I think are like statement choices in people's lives, man. Like these kind of choices are splitting up homes. People are losing their jobs for what they believe in and what they stand for. Right. And I think this is a, for me and my son, I think this is a great teaching moment and a great, aha moment for both of us, as far as on the, respecting your son and respecting your father, like as far as like, okay, kid, like we know what's out there. We see both sides of it. Like I'm going to give you the option to choose for yourself. Like I'm going to give you this. You want a voice and you want to speak for yourself? Well, now we're going to start doing this, and we're going to start doing this together in big steps. And I think that's the crazy part about it. So yeah.
I don't know any parents right now who are doing that with their children. I know there are parents that are saying, I'm not taking it, so you're not taking it. I know there's parents that are saying, I'm taking it, you're taking it. But this is the first time I've spoke to a parent that's saying, I'm doing this, but I want you to do what you think is right. And how old is Zion?
He's going to be 11, man.
So y'all gotta understand what's happening here. He is not programming his child. He is giving his child the opportunity to write the program himself based on what he sees, based on what he's experiencing, and based on understanding choice, like natural consequences come with choice. So you ain't going to do this, so you realize this might happen, or you are doing this, so you realize this might happen. Like this is the way to parenting.
Straight up.
This is the way to parenting.
Straight up. Man. This is the coin toss, man. And
it's crazy.
We're going to flip this coin, and you're either going to get heads or tails.
So you and Zion ever go blow the blows? You ever get real?
Man, we had
I mean, he's not as big as you.
No, we never go blow the blows, but nah, we don't have that.
You don't have that.
We don't have that. We don't have that anger. I'm sure there's times where he's just mad at his dad or doesn't want to deal with me, which is any kid.
Yeah.
And has his own whatever issues he has with me. That's parenting. That's kids.
Yeah.
But we've never had that where I have to charge my son, or I feel like I need to string him up. Like if I have that towards my child, like something's wrong. I can't. If I have that towards another human being, brother, on another level, like something's wrong. Like if I allow myself to get so angry to where I gotta approach you or actually confront you, like then something's wrong with the situation.
Yeah.
So I tend to evaluate myself before I even get to that point. And even to be with my kid to that point, like what happened for us to get to this point? Like something, this is not just like one day thing. This is like a consistent or something that's been brewing. So I kind of just know when his changes are, because I'm in tune with him in my own way. So I kind of know when, when he wants to be bothered or when he doesn't want to be bothered. But days when I see that I know something is going on, I realize the pattern is different, then I'll approach it, and then we can deal with it. But no, I've never don't want to get to that point with my son. Like that's not why we have that. The universe bless us with that relationship. You know what I mean?
And that's awesome because the ego is strong, especially in men and boys.
Brother, I've seen you in action with your daughter.
Yeah.
I see you giving a teacher moment with your daughter. We were at the center one time, and she might not wasn't into dancing that day or something, but you were sitting there explaining to her like, this is what you wanted to do, and I'm sitting there like, right on, brother, like right on, like and yeah.
Yeah, I try. I do my best to express and give the way I would want to be expressed to, and how I would want things given to me. So, and then I do a little lighter because I'm hard on myself. So, what is your biggest parenting fear?
Ending up like my parents, brother. Like that's I hate to say it so raw and so harsh, right? So I've never had the best relationship with my own parents, but I just try to, make do with other values that I was taught, and I was blessed and fortunate to have my Aunt Marva in my life, my Uncle Mike, my mom, my Uncle Phil, just great individuals that stepped up, man. That now that I look at it, like. Wow, I mean, I know my parents. I love them to death, but sometimes things are not planned the way you want it to be, and situations come up, and I like I said, I lived abroad, so I lived with my mom and her husband at the time for a few years, and I was able to learn culture, and I was away from the Bahamas, and then I would still communicate with my family members, like my aunt. She would always send me stuff, and I think that was a she's a major like factor in my life. My aunt, and my uncle Phil. But yeah, she's the person that I think that no matter what, just kind of held me together, because I know that with her, like I was always appreciated no matter what. So she was just. She was the parent, man. She was always my angel on earth, and I thank her for it, man. She always supported my dreams. Like, I love her to death. She used to like, boy, you spending my last money to go buy like decorations and stuff like that for costumes and stuff. And I'm like, you don't understand. And she's like,
and she fed it. She supported it.
Man, that
shout out to all of the
this is where you're gonna get me emotional when I talk about her.
It's okay, we're gonna do that. Shout out to all of the village that raised us, because they say it takes a village. And it's real. And so shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all uncles and aunties and grandma and grandpas and tia and the tios and all of them, all of the uncles and the friends of the family, and just the whole crew, the people on the block that watched your back. Man, that's awesome.
But don't get me wrong, I love my parents to death, man. Like my mom and dad, like.
But that's your biggest fear. Your biggest fear is to not provide or do or be what you have wanted for yourself as a child.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's yeah. So if I'm overcompensating for it, then so be it. Like,
do you think you are?
No.
No,
I don't care if anybody thinks I am, but
you think?
Do I think I am?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sometimes I do, but I don't care. Okay. Like shit, he deserves it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got one dad, you got one lifetime. You're not gonna remember tomorrow. Tomorrow's not gonna come back. So if we have a chance and opportunity to do it today, we're gonna do it. You know what I mean? You get a chance. You get one. This podcast ain't coming back. We might do further episodes, but it never be like this.
Yeah.
So, if we, just gotta stamp it now and remember it, and then we'll look at it later. But it's now, you know what I mean? So
now's the time.
So yeah.
Yeah. Wow. All right. You getting through these questions, man. You're getting through these questions with ease, and he's also like facilitating. If y'all just been paying attention to the brother, he's been giving you parenting gems throughout this entire episode. So we're gonna definitely have to figure out a way to bring him back. And we're gonna do a live together too, and get your IG thing together. But I got a couple more questions. All right. I'd like to know if there is, like, what do you see in your child that you did not like or do not like about yourself?
What did I see in my child that I do not like about myself?
Yeah. Do you see that? Because there are children, so they're gonna have some of us in them, and we are who we are, and we always got parts of us that we're working on and striving to make better, or characteristics that just is
okay.
It is,
I so me, man, like, wow. So the people that are close enough to touch me, and that's a big word that I use right there.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, the people that are close enough to touch me and like know my operation, like you got to be close to me. Know that communication is my worst thing. So, that's a whole nother topic. Communication is serious. So I see that in him. Like if he needs to communicate, sometimes he like me, just shuts off. You shut it down. So he'll shut it down, and you ain't touching it.
And that's all you.
I think that's all me. I think that's a dad thing,
That's
right?
that they call hereditary.
Yeah, I think that's a me thing. I saw glimpses of it in my dad, right?
Okay.
So I think, watching my dad and how he handled things and how he would, put certain barriers up, it made me like, he took a different approach to that, and he was able to like preserve some integrity or some distinguished part of himself, right? So I just kind of like, I could. If he does it like that, I think I could do it like this, right? And still be, me about it. So I think that's who I developed as, and I think he sees that, he sees glimpses of that in me, and says, oh, I could, if you do it like this, Dad, I think I could do it more, more graceful than you, more eloquent than you, and still be, Zion. So
interesting. Does it get in the way of your parenting at all?
No, I don't think so.
That's dope. You have great, very good parenting without great communication.
I mean,
you did tackle something pretty tough.
I'm sure it could get, patience. I think patience. That's when the patience comes in, right? So I think when I see it and I'm not patient about it, and respect his boundaries, and that's when I get frustrated. And I got to tell myself, like, remember this, you got to be patient with him now. You got to, we're still teaching you, and you're still learning. So, you're not just going to be, just because you're a dad, you're just going to know everything.
Right.
Like, you don't have the handbook. Like, I don't care who your best friend could be a parent, your brother could be a parent. Like, that's their personal handbook, but yours is just, like, completely different.
Absolutely, yes.
So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah, I just think patience, and it teaches me patience. Like, God damn it, like, let's do it. Like, no, do it this way, or, like, you got to remember, like, this is not how the world works, brother.
It really isn't, man. You said a lot, and that's funny because I as artists, Mario, as you can see, is ridiculous. Like, this is just something he did for me. But when you check out his stuff, it's ridiculous. It's amazing. It's amazing, your vision and how you conceptualize and manifest your vision. Everything I see, I'm always impressed. And then I take the time to look into the detail. I can see, the effort. I can see, like the patterns, like everything is on point. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
everything
it.
is on point,
Appreciate
big time. And how does that help you in parenting, or does it hurt you in parenting? Because there's some artists who have been rock stars, they've been musicians, and they're not the best parents because music or whatever they do is their life. Have you had that experience?
Yeah, I have had this experience. So this is not this is my second time around in art, man. Like, this is You know, the first time around, like I was younger. Got involved with the community and just got on some major projects, and you know, things was moving. You know, and kind of like the way you see it now.